Hey there, everybody. We're here talking Archer on AFTERBUZZ. This is Season 7, Episode 9, the penultimate episode of the season. We're going to give you our thoughts, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, hello there, Internet. This is Archer AFTERBUZZ Season 7, Episode 9, Deadly Velvet. Part 1, Deadly Velvet. And
I feel like that should be a Bond song, like Deadly Velvet.
He's already gotten halfway through that bottle.
Look, you don't know me.
Apparently not. Yeah, a little bit.
we know you. But the question is, does the Internet know you? And do they know us? Hey guys, I'm Greg Goodness. You can find me on the Twitters at Greg Goodness, but I'm not the only one here, everybody. We got some very special people at the table. Go around and introduce yourselves.
Hey guys, I am Zach Wilson at that Zach Wilson on all the social medias.
And I'm Alexis Torres. You can find me going, yay! At ATorres890.
Hey guys, I'm Joelle Monique, and you can find me everywhere at Joelle Monique.
Okay, so Deadly Velvet. Not only the name of this episode, the name of the movie within the episode.
Yeah.
And they're on the lot filming a fake real movie in the... There are a whole lot of
My brain
Inception
hurts.
levels going on for this episode.
Ow.
But it's the penultimate episode. We only have one left.
This caught all of us by surprise
We were
because it's the
devastated.
shortest.
So upset.
It's the shortest season since season 1. Every episode since season 1 has been 13, except for this one, which is 10.
I'm not ready to say goodbye.
I know. It sort of took me by surprise as well. We've been building and building and building this entire season.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to get some more clues. I thought we were going to get some more breadcrumbs.
But we're here. We're there now. It's happening.
I know. But I'm so unprepared. I thought that I was going to have some conclusive evidence for my baby AJ shooting Archer theory. And I'm going into the next episode cold. I got nothing, guys. Nothing.
There's still time for AJ to learn to shoot.
Yes.
There's a gun on a rooftop. AJ could get to it.
Oh my God. Okay, mark it. Mark the time. It's happening.
I think it's at 3 o'clock. Shut.
Or 2:14.
Precisely the stroke of 3.
We got a lot of stuff going on this episode, a lot to keep track of. Not only what the season has been building to, but what they left off in just this episode alone. Okay, so we've known for a long time that there's this weird pseudo-sexual tension energy going on where...
Pseudo-sexual?
Okay, well, maybe not pseudo, maybe just really straightforward.
There's an overtly sexual...
There's an exchange of bodily fluids in this episode.
You can taste it in the air. Like, you're just like, what is that? Oh, sexual tension? Okay.
Yeah, they were not shy about it once they...
Yep.
Yep, it's in the air. The scent of recently uncobweb.
Something. Oh.
I can't say it,
No.
but
Sometimes you've got
could.
to call in an exterminator to break out the cobwebs.
Stop. Stop.
dude, is that what you call?
Tuning into the
Okay, now we're done.
We're starting again.
Was I getting like the views or
much.
AFTERBUZZ
Too much.
TV? Or was the host only?
That was your line. That's the line that you crossed.
Forward.
I'm not even sure what I was saying, so I'm not sure how I could possibly have offended
Again,
anyone.
halfway through that bottle.
Because I don't think it actually, if you actually go back and think about what I said, it's not anything logical or sensible.
It was sexual.
Guys, let's take stock of what we've seen this season, okay? So we started off, Archer has an absolute huge crush on this movie star.
Whoa, thought you were going into something totally different, but okay.
No.
That Archer is absolutely huge, and I was like,
No.
I don't know how big I legitimately do not know the answer. Like, that's small, right? I'm assuming that was the inference.
They said shape, not size.
No, she said shape and size.
Oh, that is even worse.
Lana did not have a crush on Ellis Crane, but then pretended to.
Oh, God.
They took a break So Archer finally.
Was it a break Friends reference?
We were
I'm saying
on
no.
a
I
break,
don't have to down.
Joelle. We were on a
I
break.
have no idea.
This is one of those classic like relationship debates that it's generally accepted that there's only one answer for, but there's a fair argument for both sides. Lana put them on a break. Was Archer I'm curious what everyone's thoughts are. Was
my God.
Archer in the
you're
wrong?
What are you talking about?
I kind of expect the answer, but was Archer in the wrong after Lana put them on a break?
A break is a pause, not a breakup. You're paused.
But
stop.
is there an expectation of fidelity during a break? Because otherwise,
the reason we took a break was because you couldn't be, faithful. Then yes, there is. Like, we are breaking up because you have a problem with your penis. You can't control it. So
I thought it was just because it looked like a crack pipe.
but then
can do that
what is the point of the break?
So I don't kill you.
She doesn't go to jail.
Because if it's we need some time apart, then that's not a break. That's time apart, and that's a different story. But a break implies this is a temporary breakup.
You're getting some weird stuff, right?
I don't know. The episode poses this question. I'm just asking the questions that the fans want answers to.
I agree with Jonathan in the chat. Danger zone, Zach. Danger zone. I agree. See, I'm gonna play Switzerland in this. I'm gonna be in the middle, and say that it depends on the situation. That I have also been in breaks where a partner has decided to fornicate with somebody else, and I was actually not upset. I was like, all right, we're on a break, I get it. But then there are other times I'm like, we were supposed to work on this. You keep sleeping with people, and then you slept with somebody. So
And note how you have no children with any of those partners.
oh yeah, there's a reason.
See, to get
Also
real
'cause I
with
don't have a
it,
penis.
I guess the reason I have this view, I was once put on a break, and I asked the question, does that mean I think I was upset, and I was like, please don't do that. And it was basically I can't make that promise. That's not the point.
So you got Lana'd, basically, in this situation.
Well, no, I was the one put on the break. I was in Archer's shoes, because it was her decision.
So you slept with a famous movie star, did you?
Well, I tried.
Front door, I love it.
Scarlett Johansson did not return my calls.
I see.
Excuse you. Squeeze me. No. She is
Are you
my
playing
lady.
Scarlett Johansson?
She is my lady.
Don't get
We had a date.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Jonathan
We will actually have a civil war.
Jonathan Bond in the chat, time to pull out.
Phrasing.
Jason
This is the
Templar
reason
beat you to it.
why there was no babies involved in most of my breaks.
There you go.
I only ask this just because it's an interesting debate that I think I've had on multiple panels, because it's a classic move for a TV show to do, because it puts everyone in an interesting position, because it is very situational. And I don't know, Archer maybe wasn't in the right, but I don't think he was neither do I think he was entirely in the wrong. It's sort of that weird gray zone where nobody's right. Just things happened, move forward.
No, I just think that there's a lack of communication and lots of fornicating. That's how I feel like it is.
Where is AJ?
Who's watching the baby? That's the pressing matters right now.
I have an on-set teacher for these sort of things. You know that.
I half expected when she started assigning things, and
When Mallory started assigning
Carol
yeah.
to be teach us.
Oh my God, that would have been amazing.
No, Honey Bunch is a
Picture
no.
that. She could take them on a field trip to the fire, and then add to the fuel, sweeties, and just everything's in there. Oh man, I love it.
No, that's perfect. Jason has the best answer. Milton is babysitting.
Oh, that's nice.
Milton, ever present in my heart, anyways.
I love Milton.
Wow.
He's a doll.
I love him
I want a Milton.
I'm gonna posit.
Don't we all?
We all need one.
I'm gonna posit this to you guys. I think that Archer is having a real Icarus moment. He is recovering from getting just the crap kicked out of him this entire season.
Dear God.
Okay, he's like, oh, I finally slept with my Veronica Dean crush.
Yeah.
I'm one-upping Lana, right? But man, oh man, if this season has taught us anything, and if the very first scene of the season has taught us anything, Archer's headed for a fall, man. It's all gotta go wrong.
We do not have a lot of time to wrap that up. Are we guaranteed another season? Because now I'm getting scared.
I think it's already been picked up for next season.
Has it? Okay, good.
Yeah,
All
I think
right,
they picked
cool.
up for two seasons at once last time.
But guys, are we gonna pull like a New Girl and maybe have a non-Archer season? Is that the next incarnation of Archer? Is Archer sans Archer?
Hit that dun 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 button.
Wait. Okay, I'll wait till that one's done.
We don't need it.
How do we feel if we don't have Archer next season? Like actual Archer.
It
not
would
the show.
still be entertaining because the supporting cast on the show is incredible. But I think it would be very much like the last few seasons of The Office, where it's just like nothing. It's like good B stories, but B stories.
The words are A. Yeah, I feel like.
I don't know. I want to see more Pam and Lana.
I feel like
in
Lana and
more ways than
Mallory.
one, but yes.
Specifically, I would actually like to see a lot more of Mallory. Like, I love Lana, don't get me wrong. But Mallory, when she steps up to the plate and is like, I'm team leader, is hilarious. And she gets so much ass. And she's like equal, if not superior, to Archer in the field. Because at least she can remain calm in a lot of situations where Archer starts panicking. I would like to see like a pure Mallory, like field, like in the field running shit. I think that would be really cool.
I think that would be really cool now that you mention it, especially since she was a pretty awesome spy back in the day, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. I also want to see more of her history in general.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This goes back to a theory I had earlier in the season, which was that I think in like episode 1, that like Veronica Dean was like using some kind of drug on Archer to like make him overly infatuated with her.
What?
I said this in the first
anything
half
can happen.
of the
You
show.
brought it
Anything
up.
can happen.
I also think the woman now from episode 1 was probably Veronica Dean.
So Veronica Dean walked out and then just like walked back in.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this is Archer. Anything can happen.
After what just happened, I think that legitimately, like, that could be the stunt
We've
that
got
she pulled.
shell corporations
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
God, what was it?
Was it Panama?
The cousin Oliver of Africa.
Yes. Dear God. No, I was talking about. I wanted to piggyback a little bit off of what Zach was saying. I thought that maybe she had a stunt double that was like that's why she couldn't remember Archer.
I mean, we do know Krieger has the clones. But you probably have one of Veronica Dean, though.
I mean, I don't know. He could have.
Although he was just creeping on set. That was his job.
That's
That's what we didn't see the entire freaking episode was Krieger.
Krieger just appeared and was really, he must have really been doing his job creeping on set.
I want him to pop out and be like, where the hell have you been? You told me to skulk. I did it.
I love that. You just skulk around.
Will skulk.
Krieger's gonna
got
wind up an
roped.
executive at the end of the next episode. He is gonna be a
Amazing.
Hollywood big shot.
He wandered off in the set and like it's like maybe on Arrested Development, just like accidentally became a development executive at
Yeah.
Fox.
Or a huge star of weird 70s kung fu movies.
Yes.
Uh,
But yeah, I agree with Jonathan. He said plot twist, Archer didn't actually have sex with Dean. That's what I was saying, that maybe it was a stunt double or a clone or something of that nature.
That does add up with the whole I don't remember you.
Yeah.
Could be a twin.
Could be a twin.
Could be dealing with twins.
Oh, that would be awesome. Triplets. What? Crazy. Just gonna add more siblings to it. There's 18 of them. I don't know.
I mean, not to cross universes here, but Patton Oswalt, who was in this episode on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there's like 8 of him.
I would love to have
around.
8 Veronica Deans. Best orgy ever.
Agent Koenigs.
Are we having
Plural.
a prestige moment, perhaps?
I would take that too.
She's really accurate about that time and needing to be in certain places, so
Yeah.
I like the idea of a twin lurking behind the corner.
I think it'd be great.
Making their dreams happen as one individual.
It's like a Fairly God parent or something like that. Just a bunch of twins running around you get this and you get this.
I love it.
I'm just amazed that we've gotten to this point and we have no idea where the season is going to end up. We were so confident in ourselves and our theories.
It felt like such a strong, one direction kind of movement here. And then to find out that we don't have 4 more episodes, but only 1. And then to see, and knowing a huge chunk of the story that we're nowhere near. We're not near a mansion. We're on set. We have a dude that's dead, but Veronica Dean is still kind of hanging around. We don't really know, what her role is. There's too many questions in the air. I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad. I'm excited.
A little mad because we only have 1 more episode to answer all these questions.
The next
so I'm a
episode's
little
gonna
upset.
be so good.
I'll save it for predictions, the other thing.
Okay. You guys are not mad, and hopefully our listeners are not mad.
Oh, God, I hope not.
Because you know what? We want them to rate and comment on iTunes. Yeah, baby! I got there! We brought it around.
Yay!
Through some crazy algorithm that I will never fully understand.
You keep trying, but you're
I will never.
You don't get there.
Every day, pen to paper, but we
The
can't make it work.
synapses will never connect for me on that one.
So I have to call phrasing on myself.
Yeah, no,
shame.
correct.
Hacha. Guys, through some crazy algorithm that I'll never fully understand, if you rate and comment on iTunes, keeps the lights on in this place. Tell us what you like about us. Tell us what you don't like about us. Hopefully you like more things than you don't like. But whatever, we're tough. We've heard nasty things before. So tell us what you think. Rate and comment. You can also rate and comment on iTunes and or YouTube.
Yeah,
I'm
do that
sorry,
thing.
guys. I've had a lot of cold medication today.
There's nothing wrong with that.
We all have our vices.
Thank you, Zach. So, guys,
I'm
and
gonna sit on that side of the table.
and of course, we have the live chat, which you guys can chime in, which you always do, and it's so fun hearing from you guys. So please do that. Again, we always appreciate it. Do we have any shout-outs this week, Zach?
Well, shout out the people in the chat.
Yeah, let's do it. We don't call them
Jason,
out
Jonathan, Eb. That's Eb with a B.
Hey, Eb, what's
Hey,
up?
I like that Jason's like, I don't do iTunes. But I give the thumbs up though. And I'm like,
Yeah,
like
make
that.
sure you hit
We're
that
all about
thumbs
those
up
thumbs up.
button, guys. Yeah, nobody on iTunes to shout out this week, so I want to see next week's the finale. I want to see some reviews for the finale.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we
Tell us
gotta
what you
wait
think.
unquestionable amounts of months because we don't always know when Archer is gonna come back.
We're here for it, but we gotta wait.
Perpetually waiting. All right, guys. Let's get in there and let's break down the references for this episode. 'Cause
Yes.
there are a whole lot of movie fantastic references. We were on set, right? So not only we got Maltese Falcons in there.
Yes, Archer beating Lana with a Maltese Falcon, which is pretty great.
that was crazy.
Lana had the Maltese Falcon, right? She was on top, and then Archer had the bottle of champagne.
I don't
What was
know.
it?
I thought it looked like a boot. I thought he was beating her with a boot. And I was like, why?
Hey man, that dressing room was a mess, by the way.
Yes.
Get your junk together. Get a
Diva.
set PA in
Jump
there. Or
together.
something.
A PA just runs in there. It's just like, I'm sorry. Would you like options?
Sorry.
Options.
Options. How about this? Over here, better. White balance. White balance.
Maybe not a reference, but craft services, for those of you not in the
God.
film industry, is food. That means that they will give, it's a table that you go to and it has sandwiches and drinks
And
and,
it is the
vegetables.
most important role on the set.
That's
Like
the
if
role that
craft
I
isn't
love.
together, the whole crew falls apart. You do not want to see a bad craft table and an angry camera crew. They will
It is the
kill.
worst.
They will murder.
I learned this since the first things I produced in college, and to this day, anything I produce follows the same rule. The key to a crew's heart is through their stomach.
Yes.
Starting with the beef jerky.
And for the other people, mostly.
Whoa.
food.
Beef jerky's very expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, woo.
So
Gotta
anyway,
make sure the
budget
Slim
is
Jims
not-
are out there.
when Cheryl Carroll said, but I'm great at macrame, craft, you got it. You get it. They didn't include this in the episode, but grip steaks are another name for donuts, by the way. And yes.
I did know about that. I'm so glad someone
never
brought that
heard
up.
that
It's
before.
so
That's
great.
amazing.
That's
Love
usually
it.
when I run around. I'm like, grip stick anywhere?
Speaking of grips, Ray
Oh,
was
God.
a grip in this episode.
Yeah,
Grip
he
is
was.
just like not the lowest position on the totem pole by
Grip's
any
not.
means,
Yeah.
but it's not a very glamorous position in terms
It's a lot of hauling.
It is if you're union.
Well, yes.
Guys, I'm sorry. I respect the union, but grips, they get a hard deal, okay? They gotta lift a lot of
They're
stuff.
called grips because their job is to grip things, as in hold this.
Yeah.
Or lift this, or
Yeah.
move this, or something like that. It's crazy.
So,
always feel
hence why probably Mr. Gillette was not super excited about
Also, why would you
signing
put? I mean, I get why they put him because I mean, come on, half cyborg. But like, why would you put Ray there?
You guys,
Throw him in makeup.
you guys can maybe break this one down for me because you were laughing hysterically and I totally missed the joke. CDL, commercial driver's license. What else?
Dear chat room, what I need to know is what does the sexual position of CDL stand for? I did not know. Is it? I was just thought it was funny because I thought we were gonna hear Pam say it, but then she didn't, and that is what I enjoyed.
I might have said it incorrectly, but I know like what it is because
Fill me in.
hold on, I need to make sure I have my stuff correct because if I say it wrong,
God,
it's gonna
are you
be really
going
terrible.
on like Urban
This is
Dictionary
gonna
right
have to
now?
now. It's gonna get dirty.
We're not even using like the actual internet. We're going to
gonna be
Urban
filthy.
Dictionary.
Hey, Urban Dictionary
hey,
is
it
a
gets
very
me through some
reliable
stuff.
source.
Good Lord.
Does.
While you look that up, I'm
looking
gonna
it
break
up?
down some other stuff. We had oh geez,
Got a HAL 3000 reference.
Hal 9,000 or 3,000?
She said 3000, which I thought was funny.
Okay.
There it is. Thank you. I found it.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Please.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
So, so I will say this: the D and the L, dumpster and license. Those are those two.
Oh!
You can just imagine what the C
Okay.
is. It's There it is. Thank you. We're looking at the same site. If you don't know what it is, it's obviously when a guy.
Look, it stands for cum
Finishes.
dumpster license.
Damn it, man! I was gonna
It's out there now.
I was gonna
Look,
try to
we
make it
can't
pretty.
leave our audience uninformed.
That's true.
That's
the
why
more
you
you know.
We have a
The more
commitment
you know.
and
The more you know.
I'm not saying you should ever use those words when communicating with another human being,
Well, you haven't met
but
me yet.
that's what she meant. We have a responsibility, you guys.
This is why I'm always put on a break.
Oh, joy. My heart. So full right now.
Cheryl Carroll losing her mind with
Oh
they
my
blew
god,
it up.
that scene was so freaking
That was amazing.
Amazing, and also Planet of the Apes reference.
It is, yes.
Clearly, I think we've had Krieger have a couple of.
all
Yes.
the time.
He's done the Maniacs line before.
Yeah,
I don't remember
Maniacs
what
blew it
season
up.
or episode it was, but I remember him on the floor of ISIS at one point. You Maniacs!
I
Like
think it was
several times.
I think it was when they killed. I don't know if it was Piggly or something of that nature.
Oh, it was
Oh my
totally.
gosh,
Or
yes.
something, but I love it because you can even tell that they look like they kind of rotoscoped over it. And it's like it was great. It was beautiful.
Anyone else think Cheryl Carroll's gonna get discovered in that moment?
Yes.
I was completely expecting a producer to be.
I mean, it doesn't help that she's
wearing.
wearing a craft services like
Yeah, I know,
uniform,
okay.
which is funny because I usually don't see that. It's usually just people just like I brought snacks, but like.
I mean, they probably. I mean, well, this is the 70s or whatever.
Old-timey
They probably
Hollywood.
were.
Oh yeah, and I love that because again we talked about the time, and I love that there was somebody when the fire was happening was like, ooh, and I was like, what year are we in? I don't get
Mallory's
it.
costuming
But
was amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
the-
again,
the
like
drag queen?
even the crew was like beautifully just like not cohesive time wise because
Nope.
you had the craft services in uniforms while you had like what I can only imagine was the AD, the
Yes,
assistant director,
yeah.
running around in like jeans and a t-shirt and a headset, like very modern
Cables.
With that,
AD.
that Zac
Cables.
Efron like swoop.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening?
Amazing.
Cable's not my cable.
Move the lights. That is what an 80 sounds like, too, by the way.
Oh, all the time.
Cousin Oliver of Africa, solid Brady Bunch reference.
Dear God.
Specifically to when they introduced Cousin Oliver because they needed a smaller, cuter child again, and basically the show jumped the shark. I think is general consensus among the Brady Bunch community, if there is such a thing.
Oh,
There must be.
Yeah, there has to be a little bit.
Rain Man, just Rain Man reference.
Don't forget
Nothing.
Tenzing Norgay.
Yes.
Okay, I knew of this person, but I don't know of like the
Written
details.
down for us.
He's a
Yeah.
Sherpa.
Well, okay, he was the Sherpa that accompanied, basically, I don't even know who the actual guy's name is, but for a very long time he claimed, like, oh, I'm the man who climbed Everest, and this is my Sherpa, Tenzing. But Tenzing totally did all the work. This, like, rich white guy from Britain was like, here's $1 billion. I am now the man who climbed Everest. And poor old Tenzing was just like, nope, that was me. I dragged you up on top of this mountain, and you would have died many, many a time.
It was like the Simpsons episode.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Like, literally, he's sleeping in a bag, and the Sherpa's just
Exactly.
pulling him behind.
Yep.
And that was really all I had written down. I'm sure you guys probably picked up on some more stuff. Any other references?
Other than what you kind of briefly touched on, which was the Friends, we were on a break. Whole moment, which really felt like a Friends recall, which I really appreciate.
Oh, it was
from
great.
the bottom of my heart.
I don't mind if they keep bringing up Friends
dirty. There's this episode had some of the filthiest, like beyond just what we talked about. Like, it's like
we already talked about the
Pam,
cobwebs.
yeah, like hot lunch. Get your hot lunch.
And then of course what holes or with holes or whatever the phrase was.
Yeah, which hole?
Which holes? Yeah.
Oh God.
I felt really bad for oh gosh, why am I forgetting his name?
Patton Oswalt's character?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he's in love with Veronica Dean and they just would not take him seriously. They're like, so Archer is kind of attractive. Well, okay.
Shapiro, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, Shapiro.
Poor old Shapiro. We're going to see where he ends up this season, too.
Some background stuff. There was a poster for Deadly Velvet, and
I couldn't read what it said.
the tag said, "She'll love you to death." Which
come
might be a
on.
little tip off.
Yeah. Which I was like, she was probably the one. Oh, no,
Fair. Also pretty uninspired tagline.
Yeah.
But hey, it was the 70s.
Well, in a movie destined to tank, if we're being led to believe that, you know, it's supposed to fail so they can make bank off of it, I'm trying to put in a poster, slap it on, and let's go. That's wasting cash.
Yeah. All right, guys, we gotta wrap this one up. Let's just go ahead. I'm gonna ask
Before we do the
Please do.
third music, can we hit that news and gossip?
Oh, snap.
Oh, snaps.
I don't know how much news this is because it's like my own thing, but I wanted to share it with you guys.
I thought you had something besides this. I was
No,
really
not at
excited.
all.
Oh, okay.
I got like weirdly
look at that.
distracted over the weekend.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I started making posters for random Game of Thrones houses.
This is our house.
And so I made House Archer. So we
We
throw
need
that on the
t-shirts.
screen.
Oh my god, if someone made this into a t-shirt, I'd wear
I've
it all the
started
time.
putting these up on Redbubble. So I put a few up. I'm going to put this one up tonight, so it'll be up there. I also have House Sanchez for Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. House Lemon. We can have it all. And yeah.
I love
Some
it.
more.
It's beautiful
House
work.
Goodman, call upon us.
Love it.
Better Call Saul.
Ultimate fandoms,
Yeah, I just like, I don't know why. I would just, me and my girlfriend were riffing on this. And like, I was like, I'm going to make it.
As you should.
The power of Photoshop.
Do not stifle your creativity, Zach. You are a beautiful flower, and you should always follow your heart.
You gotta be a peacock. You gotta let it fly.
Yeah.
Romances are amazing,
But
guys.
yeah, I think it'll be like redbubble.com/people/that's Zach Wilson within a few hours.
Do it. All right. Now that we got that bit of beautifulness out, I need my bit of beautifulness.
Yay!
Can we hear that spooky theremin music predictions?
Yay!
Your AfterBuzz TV.
Jeez, this is a tough one, guys.
I'm
This
I'm
is
still
super
in shock.
challenging.
I mean, we only have one episode to wrap this whole thing up. We got long water. We got
I
a
wasn't
dead
ready.
director.
I'm gonna cheat. I think Archer gets shot.
That's
Prediction.
Oh! Where the hell did that come from?
No, I predict
I did it.
Archer did
Phrasing.
not get shot, but an Archer robot from Krieger's workshop did get shot. Because at the end of this
I like it.
episode, Archer clearly knows that Veronica somehow did it. Because, like, she's so obviously is, like, the stroke of 3.
And I think that our two stupid cops are totally in on it with Veronica Dean, and that's why they're covering the case. Boom.
ooh.
They have kind
that's
of
a
been
solid
everywhere.
No, and they've always been around her mansion, all the parties, all the cases that are around Veronica Dean, and I'm like, no, these are the only two cops. detectives, whatever.
I have a feeling that Krieger is going to come out of the woodwork and do something to disrupt everyone's plans.
Oh my God, Krieger, why?
And it's going to be beautiful. Krieger's my favorite.
Okay, that's fair. I think, guys, it's too obvious. It's a red herring, I say, to have these robots and the masks and the faces.
Whoa, whoa.
It's
What's happening?
I'm just,
Left field in it.
guys.
Whoa, I'm not ready.
No, I'm gonna say, I think that we're gonna see Barry come back. I think
No!
that there's some.
No.
Wow.
I-
Honey Bunch is
Big
a no.
calls. Big
Are you saying
calls.
it's? Are you saying to clarify? Are you saying it's Barry in the pool?
No. I might be even going crazier.
Oh.
Barry decided, hey, what's the best way to get back to Archer? I don't know, become a woman cyborg and have him sleep with me.
He has no skin. He could be anyone.
No,
Guys,
I can't unhear it.
wow. It happened here first.
That's why Veronica Dean doesn't know who the crap she. I don't know. I'm just pulling stuff out of my ass.
No, what makes more sense than that?
Jason Templar says the finale will end with a live Archer, but is it the robot clone? Whatever. So, like, what if they play the same game they played with Krieger?
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Where it ends and we're like, is it the clone?
They can never find out because Archer would be terrified if he is a clone of this robot himself.
Between Krieger and Ray and possibly Archer, if
That
they
would be
replace Archer, it's just going to be more machine than man on the Archer show.
I'm
What we've
okay with
all
that.
been waiting for.
Yes,
is
yes,
more
yes.
And then season 8 is just robots. It's every
keep
single one of
freestyle
them
without
is
this.
a
Is it
robot.
robots in disguise? Sorry. I did it. It's the first time I've ever done
Oh.
that. I hate doing puns. I hate them so much.
Terminator season?
I'm down for Terminator.
I
Season.
will
Thanks.
live in that life. I mean,
Dead.
they are in California, guys.
That's also
So
true.
many options here.
Yeah, because literally anything can happen with Archer. You can just go in anyway. But I love that we're still on our toes. We don't know what's gonna happen.
That would kind of make sense too, because it would bring us into the 80s.
It would bring us into the 80s. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because they've
man.
never made 80s references on this show.
No, but
I don't know what you mean.
If they move style-wise into the 80s, like if we saw more of the fashion choice, like in
Didn't
this
we
season
get
we're getting
that
a lot of 70s
last
stuff.
season
We
with
did
the-
Miami
the drug
Vice.
running?
We
Yeah.
did have that. Okay.
Guys,
I
we
would
don't
like
know.
little more.
dystopian future 80s.
How
Damn
about we get
it.
into the 90s? Let's see how that
Crossover with
works out.
Moonbeam City.
They can bring Moonbeam back. I'm all
I
for
love
it. I
Moonbeam
still got
City.
a real big soft spot in my heart for Moonbeam. Ugh. But neither here nor there. Guys, internet, thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who are wondering, I've been Greg Goodness. Once again, you can find me at Greg Goodness on the twits. Guys, go around the horn, tell them where they can find you.
You guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube at @ThatZachWilson. Next week, find me on Screen Junkies TV Fight.
So excited
Where
for you.
I'm going to be competing for hopefully my first win.
Yes, no, definitely.
And an all comic book showdown.
Yes.
Fantastic. I am definitely the underdog in this battle. I can't remember exactly who it is, but I'm not the.
It's more fun to root for the underdog.
Yeah, no,
I'm all
for
here
sure.
for this.
I'm all
yes,
here for you, buddy.
Amazing.
So yeah, check it out there. It'll be Tuesday afternoon on Screen Junkies Plus.
Hell yes.
I'm Alexis Torres. You can find me where all shenanigans will ensue at Torres890. Check out, I just did a podcast with the Something Something podcast. We talked about apocalyptic TV shows, and it's fantastic. You should check it out.
Yes. I'm Joelle Monique. You can find me on Twitter at Joelle Monique, at Instagram, Joelle_Monique. Yes, that thing. And then check me out, Black Girl Nerds, where you can see how I went to the Star Trek fan event and wept with joy. Awesome.
Very nice. All right, guys. Well, we only got one left, but dang it, stick around.
We're here
We're going to
for it.
see you next week,
Do
okay?
it. We're all gonna be drunk. It's gonna be great.
Bye, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.